All right, welcome everybody to another edition of the Florida Physique Report. This is episode number 80. We have now reached 80 episodes with the Florida Physique Report. Today is December 9th, 2016. And on today's show, we've got coverage of the last two competitions of the 2016 season. First, we're going to talk about the South Florida competition that took place on November 26th in Miami. Sergio Pacheco was the promoter of that contest. That took place the week of Thanksgiving. And then we've got the results of the Winter Classic, which took place on December 3rd out in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I want to thank Maria Belando, of course, for sending us the results of both of those competitions. And Mike Sansevero was there to taking pictures of the South Florida. And we've got the photo report of that South Florida competition up right now on FloridaPhysique.com. Mike was at the Winter Classic in the pre-judging, so we've got a couple shots of the overall winners for the Winter Classic on FloridaPhysique.com, so check that out. We were not able to get all the pictures because Mike was not there at the evening show, and I did not know the photographer who was taking pictures there, so we were not able to get all the pictures. But we do have the results, so we're going to go over that in a minute. Our guest on the show this week is Grace Martinez, and Grace is a bikini competitor in the South Florida area. She lives in Hollywood, Florida, and she just did really well at the Winter Classic that took place last weekend. She won the Masters Bikini over 30, and then she tied for first place in the Bikini Open with Daniela Guerrero, who was the overall winner. So Grace did really, really well, so we had a chance to meet her and talk to her. So that interview will be coming up in a second, right after we go over the results of this. This weekend, there are no more competitions, of course, because the Winter Classic was the last show of the year, but they are going to have the sanction meeting for both the Central District and the Southern District, and they will both take place tomorrow on December 10th, where they will go over the competition schedule for 2017. So that should be released shortly after the sanction meeting, as soon as everything is approved and everything is finalized. So we'll have the results of that maybe next week on the Florida Physique Report. Coming up for the rest of the year on the Florida Physique Report, we're going to try and do some interviews with some of the pro winners from this year, especially from the Nationals. We're also going to be doing a year-end review of the 2016 season on the FloridaPhysique.com. We're going to have a report that's going to show all the overall winners in all the categories: men's bodybuilding, bikini, figure, men's physique, and women's physique, and of course the new classic physique. All the open division winners from every contest. I think there was 59 contests this year. There was supposed to be 60, but one of the shows, the Ultimate Grand Prix in Florida, was canceled because of the hurricane that took place in October. So we've got 59 shows. We're going to have all the overall winners posted on FloridaPhysique.com in the next week or two, so check that out. And we're also going to nominate the best winners in each category. So the best Florida winners in the men's bodybuilding, figure, bikini, women's physique, and classic physique will be shown on FloridaPhysique.com, and we're hopefully going to get some interviews with them in the next couple of weeks, so check that out on FloridaPhysique.com coming up the rest of this month in December. We'll also be having a lot of training videos coming up over the next couple of months on FloridaPhysique.com, and some more interviews, so be sure to stay tuned to FloridaPhysique.com. Even though it is technically the off-season with the NPC Florida area, we will still be having a lot more coverage over the next couple months. All right, let's go over the results of the South Florida contest, which, as I said, took place in Miami on November 26th. In the fitness category, they only had one competitor, Jamie Marcus, who quite often competes in the South Florida area. I've seen her compete before. In the Masters bodybuilding division, the over 70 went to Richard Rubin. He was the only competitor in the over 70. The over 60 category, they had a lightweight class, and that also went to Richard Rubin. And the heavyweight class went to Eddie King, and Eddie King was the overall in the over 60 division. In the over 40 division, the lightweight class was won by Tony Gutierrez, and the heavyweight class was won by Jordan Vizcano, with Tony Gutierrez winning the overall in the over 40 division. And then finally in the Masters bodybuilding, they had an over 35 class, and Alex Mendoza was the winner in the lightweight class, and the heavyweight winner went to Marco Della Bona, and Marco Della Bona was the overall winner in the over 35. Moving on to the novice bodybuilding, Alex Mendoza was also the winner there. And then in the open bodybuilding category, The middleweight class went to C.D. Cruz, who looked really good, really thick physique on C.D. Cruz. Light heavyweight went to Marco Della Bona again, and the heavyweight went to Aramis Tabudo. The overall went to the middleweight winner, C.D. Cruz, who deserved it because he had a great physique, really thickly developed physique. In the women's physique category, they had quite a few competitors. Maya Crowley, who won quite a few titles in the women's physique category over the year, she won Class A, and Anita Nicolo was the winner in Class B, but Maya Crowley won another overall title for the Women's Physique Open. In the classic physique category, Class A went to Keith Ferguson, and Class B went to Tony Gutierrez, who was the winner in the over 40 men's masters bodybuilding, and Tony Gutierrez won the overall in the classic physique category. Then moving on to the figure, the masters figure over 40 went to Valerie Torres, and over 30 went to Rachel Rife, and Rachel Rife was the winner in the masters figure overall. Then in the novice figure, they had a category called Novice Figure First, which means it was their very first contest, and Holly Rennie was the winner in the Novice Figure First contest. And then they had another Novice Figure division, which was just open to anybody who hasn't won an overall title, and Holly Rennie was also the winner there. Then in the Figure Open, in Class A, Jordan Ferguson was the winner. In Class B, went to Rachel Rife, and Class C went to Holly Rennie, but the overall this time went to Jordan Ferguson, so congratulations to her. Moving into the men's physique category, the Masters men's physique, over 50 went to Keith Ferguson, over 40 went to Frank Guzman, and the over 30 went to Antoine Brooks. But the overall winner in the Masters men's physique went to Frank Guzman, who had a really outstanding physique. The teen men's physique went to Conrado Laldi, and the novice men's physique in Class A went to Osvaldo Diaz Beguera, and Class B went to Manuel Sierra. But the overall novice men's physique went to Osvaldo Diaz Beguera. And then the open men's physique, Class A went to Arturo Mata, who just won his class at the All-South, I believe. And Frank Guzman won Class B, and the overall again went to Frank Guzman, beating out 13 competitors in Class B, and then he wins the overall. So Frank Guzman wins both the Masters and Open men's physique. And then finally they finished off with the bikini category. The Masters Bikini over 40, they had two classes. Class A went to Zena Figiani, and Class B went to Christine Truglia. But Zena Figliani was the overall winner in the over 40 Masters Bikini. Then in the over 30 Masters Bikini, Class A went to Wayne Reyes, and Class B went to Liuva Herrera, and Wayne Reyes was the overall winner in the over 30 category. And then the Novice Bikini, Class A went to Yelis Belastras, and Class B went to Stephanie Martinez, who had a really good look. She beat out 10 competitors in that class. And Stephanie Martinez wins the overall Novice Bikini. And then going into the Bikini Open, one of the best competitors of the year, Veronica Lazutsina, who won about 3 competitions, overall competitions earlier in the year. She comes back and she wins Class A in the Bikini Open. And Wayne Reyes, who was the over 30 winner, she took second place. Stephanie Martinez, the novice winner, she wins Class B. And Liuva Herrera wins Class C. 21 total competitors in the Bikini Open. And you guessed it, Veronica Lazutsina wins another overall title. So congratulations to Veronica. She's having a fantastic year. So that was it for the South Florida Championships. Moving on to the Winter Classic, which was the last contest of the 2016 season. Took place last weekend on December 3rd out in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. As I said, I didn't get all the pictures from all the classes because Mike Sansevero was not there at the night show. But I do want to mention quickly the overall winners, and I've got some results in the other categories. The Men's Bodybuilding Open went to Luis Nuzo. Biz Antonio Pena was the winner in the Novice Bodybuilding, over 10 competitors. Luis Nuzo was also the overall winner in the Classic Physique category. Petula Rosas was the winner in the Figure Open. Daniela Guerrero was the winner in the Bikini Open. And Daniela Guerrero was also the winner in the Bikini Novice. In the Men's Physique category in the Open class, that went to Daniel Light. Men's Physique Novice overall winner went to Renato Menendez Nito. And the women's physique category with 8 competitors went to Maya Nowley, who just won the South Florida the week before. We've got some results real quick in some of the other categories. The Masters Bikini division in the over 50, Tricia Von Satina. And the over 40 category went to Ruth Forteau, who beat out 12 competitors. And the over 30 category went to our interview of the week, who is Grace Martinez. She's going to be joining us in a minute. Grace beat out 27 competitors in the over 30 category, and she got a perfect score, so congratulations to her. The Team Bikini division went to Paula Mendoza. The Bikini Novice Class A went to Oriana Acevedo, over 22 competitors. And Class B, that went to Danielle Guerrero with 15 competitors. And Maria Caseda was the winner in Class C, over 16 competitors. And as I said, the overall winner in that division went to Danielle Guerrero. In the Bikini Open, they had a ton of competitors, 74 total competitors. Veronica Lazutsina was back, and she wins Class A. Isabella Lowry wins Class B. Oriana Acevedo won Class C. And Danielle Guerrero wins Class D. She was actually tied for first place with Grace Martinez, and there was 18 competitors in that, and then Danielle won the tiebreaker, and she wins the overall. So congratulations to Danielle Guerrero. Class E in the Bikini Open went to Natasha Inouye, over 10 competitors, and Analia Biasi was the winner in Class F, over 11 competitors. In the Men's Physique Open, Class A went to Howard Pacheco. Class B went to Barack Karanlar, over 14 competitors. Neil Light was the winner in Class C, and Alex D. Oliveira was the winner in Class D. 40 total competitors in the Men's Physique Open, and Danielle Light was the overall winner. In the Men's Physique Novice, Nixon Disa was the winner in Class A. Renato Menezes Nito was the winner in Class B, over 13 competitors. And Freddie Williams beat out 11 competitors in Class C. 33 total in the Men's Physique Novice, and Renato Menezes Nito was the overall winner. And the Figure Open, Petula Rosas was the winner in Class A. Zimfar Alina was the winner in Class B. Vincent Shaw was the winner in Class C. Bianca Horvath was the winner in Class D. And Petula Rosas was the overall winner. And the Figure Novice, Erica Pena was the overall winner over 13 competitors. So that is it. That's the results of the Winter Classic and the South Florida. Thanks again to Mike Sansevero for the pictures he was able to give us, and also to Maria Belando for getting me the results so quickly. All right, we're going to take a break to hear from our sponsors, and when we come back, we're going to be joined by bikini competitor Grace Martinez, who had her best competition ever at the Winter Classic last weekend, where she won the Bikini Masters over 30 and tied for first place with the overall winner in the Bikini Open. So we're going to talk to Grace about how she got involved in the sport and what her plans are for the future. We'll be right back with the Florida Physique Report right after this message. All right, welcome back to the Florida Physique Report, and my guest this week is Grace Martinez, who's calling in from Hollywood. How you doing, Grace?
Good, I'm doing the magnific.
Well, I wanted to talk to you because you just competed in the Winter Classic, which was the last show of the year, and
Yes.
you won the Bikini Masters over 30, but you also did really well in the Open, which they had a ton of competitors in the Open, and you actually tied for. When I was looking over the score sheets, I saw you tied with for first place with Danielle
Yes.
Guerrero. So that's a really good accomplishment because Danielle went on to win the whole thing, and that was a huge show.
Yes. Yes.
So you
It was
did,
a little tough
yeah,
beating her, but I had such a great time over there.
yeah, yeah. You did great in that show.
Thank you. Thank you.
So tell us about yourself. How long you've been competing? How long you've been training with weights? What got you into the bikini competitions?
Well, I love to be in the fitness, world. I've been competing for the past 3 years.
Okay.
I won several shows the first year, and then the second year I pretty much tried to do bikini, and then I switched to figure as well.
Oh, okay.
So, and I did pretty good on figure, but I really like the bikini more than the figure
Yeah.
category. And I've been, training since I actually, after my son born,
Mm-hmm.
I started like getting more serious into the training and into the fitness world.
How many years ago was that, Grace?
I would say about 5 years.
Okay. Were,
Yes.
were you into sports at all before that?
I'm sorry.
Were you into sports before you started training?
No, I was very chubby back
Okay.
then. I was very like a normal typical girl that loves to eat.
Right.
I don't drink or anything. I didn't party that much. I was like very home,
Yeah.
you know, person and very few friends as well.
Hmm. Okay.
But yeah, I got more like my joy was pretty much at the gym and
Mm-hmm.
working out and trying to see different workouts, and that's how I got my the overall
Yeah.
body right now.
Did somebody inspire you to start working out? I mean, what was your inspiration to start the fitness lifestyle?
I when I was going to the gym early in the morning, I saw this girl that I was like in love with her pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and physique was amazing. And then one of the guys that that he's an old guy, he trains and he's a bodybuilder back then.
Yeah.
He told me that I should talk to her because she knows a lot of competitions and all that, and I didn't know about anything about competitions. And
Right.
when I started talking to her, she actually introduced me to this world.
Okay.
She was
So
the one.
so when you started weight training, were you just doing it like every day, like 3 days a week? How did you start off?
Yes, I love to work out. When I found my passion pretty much there,
Yeah.
and I release the stress and I release a lot of other things, angerman and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I used to go in the morning and at night twice a day.
Oh, twice a day. Wow.
Yes, and I used to do cardio and weight training as well, both times, and I loved it. It's just like I don't know, like a lifestyle, I guess.
So when you got into it, you really got into it right away. You start really
Yes,
doing a
yeah.
lot.
hmm
So what changes did you notice with your body? Did it take a while, or did it right away? Did you feel better?
Well, my body started to change training with this girl because she trains really hard. She's a figure girl.
Okay.
And so she's the one that was pretty much pushing me into it, and she was giving me my diet, and she was pretty much guiding me to the right path.
Okay.
And that's how I actually got the body I got. And then
Okay.
I started like different coaches and like different, workouts. So little
Hmm.
by little, I guess the body was changing.
So how old were you when you first started the weight training?
I'm 35 right now, so I started like around when I was 30.
Okay. That's great.
hmm
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like hearing stories like that because it shows that well, I mean, not that you were old, you're only 30, but it's never too late. You can start any time, even if you've never done any sports at all before.
Right.
So, what got you into competing then? What made you decide to start to do a contest? Was that your original goal all along, or did you just want to see how it would look after you started training?
Well, when I met this girl, I didn't know about competition and anything, and so she said, "Google it and look in YouTube videos, and get yourself more into the involved in and in that field, and you
Right.
will see if you're gonna like it or not." and she made me feel comfortable. And I started like looking on YouTube videos and previous girls how they pose and other things, and then
Hmm.
I kind of like love it.
Yeah.
And after I step on stage for the first time, it was kind of like a hook.
Yeah. Oh, you loved it then the first time you competed, huh?
Yeah. I placed. I mean, I didn't have a professional pretty much guidance.
Right.
It's just that I placed third between, I don't know, I believe I competed against like 15 girls. And my first show was CJ.
Okay.
And so I did pretty good, and I was very pleased to what I brought in the stage. But it's your first show; you didn't know what to
Yeah.
do, how to pose.
Right. Right. Yeah. So I talked to a lot of people that do their first show, and some people are really, really nervous, and some people just get hooked on it. They just love
Yeah, that's me.
it. So how many shows did you do that first year you competed then?
I did. I usually try to do like 3 to 4 shows a
Okay.
year.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't like to overwhelm myself because I know the body. That happened last year when I did nationals. I did pretty good in southern states last year, but then I wanted to do nationals for the first time, and my body, since I was competing like 3 shows already, the fourth show was nationals. My
Mm-hmm.
body did not respond the way I wanted it.
Right.
So I was holding water. My body retained so much water, and as
Yeah.
much as I did everything and changed other things, it just my body was like saying enough is enough.
Yeah. Yeah. You can only do so much before it breaks down, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So from last year to this year, what did you feel like you had to work on? What was the judge's criticism or whatever?
Well, they said I need to tighten up my glutes and my hamstrings, get that line in the between the hamstrings and the glutes
Uh huh.
tightened, and my posing was on point. I guess they like my performance on stage. I changed completely my routine, and so I'm pretty pleased with what I brought in the stage.
Did you have any help with that with your routine?
I did. I did.
Okay.
I did. I had a coach and I had a girl that was actually helping me with posing.
Okay. So tell us like about your current routine, like when you're getting ready for a show. How do you split it up? How many days a week do you go to the gym? What body parts do you do? And how much cardio do you do?
When I'm getting closer to the show,
Yeah, or off season or before a show.
okay. I usually do one body part a day,
Okay.
and I only do 45 minutes to an hour of fasted cardio before training weights,
Okay.
and I do an hour exactly on just weight training. Um, it's just basically one body part a day.
Okay. Are there certain areas you try to work on more than once a week?
Mostly, yeah, I'm trying to get my hamstrings and my glutes more
Okay.
but and tight.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a big area for the bikini, obviously.
Yeah, because I think my upper body is pretty developed, and
Mm-hmm.
I just a little bit more shoulders, but they're right there, and my body gets really shredded on my midsection,
Mm-hmm.
abs and everything. So I need to stop doing abs. I believe a week or a week and a half before the show because they get too hard, and the judges don't like that.
Okay. So you did a show earlier in the year. You said you did the Grand Prix, and how did you do there?
On the Grand Prix, I think I did pretty good. It's just that again, I got battled for fifth place and sixth place.
Mm-hmm.
I was first call out, and it's like recently happening every time I competed. I get tied score, and so they wanted to decide who gets who.
Right. Who gets first? Or who
Yeah.
gets higher? Right.
Yes.
Okay. So, and then you also did the Junior USA, right? Earlier in the year,
Yeah.
this year. Okay. How did that go?
I was, I believe, third call out against like 60 girls. It was a big class.
Wow, 60 girls. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was a pretty big show.
Wow. Yeah, the national level shows are nuts, aren't they?
National shows is like shoot me because you get overlooked and you don't know when you're gonna
Yeah.
cold out or anything.
So what did you do between the Junior USA then and then this Winter Classic? What did you do like in the off season to improve?
Different. I changed my diet. I try to do now with this time. I switch it to keto diet,
Oh, you did.
which
Okay.
is yeah. So which was more fats and protein. Stay away from all the carbs,
Right.
and my body respond pretty well on that diet.
Hmm. Is that the
Yeah.
first time you ever tried that?
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So you did that all off season too, not just when you were getting ready for the show.
Correct.
Okay. So did that change your cardio at all? Did you have to do less cardio because you're on the keto diet?
No, no, I keep it the same.
Okay.
I was sometimes splitting my cardio session, like maybe 45 minutes in the morning and 45 minutes at night, or 30 or 35.
Yeah.
I couldn't do more than an hour because it says it's not. It's very doesn't make any sense doing more than an hour. The body just get used to it, and then you're not burning anything,
Yeah.
and so you just pretty much burning your muscle.
Okay.
So I try to stay within the 45 minutes to the 35 minutes to the 45 minutes on our
Okay.
day.
So how did you feel your condition was for the Winter Classic compared to earlier in the year?
Oh, I loved it.
Not even close,
I think
huh?
that was I think that was my best package.
Yeah. So do you think it was because of the change in the diet maybe that did the
I think so. I
Yeah.
think my reacted pretty well on that diet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. So you think maybe the carbs didn't work as well for your body and you need more of the keto diet, more of the lower carbs.
Right. Even though towards the end of the prep, he changed, my coach changed the keto diet and started incorporating carbs.
Carbs. Uh-huh.
So I started by adding in the morning oatmeal, and second meal will be only just rice, and then after that it's just fats and protein
Gotcha. Okay.
and fiber, which is
Okay.
the vegetables.
So what was the plan to do the Winter Classic? Was that just to do the last show of the year and it was a national qualifier and then get qualified for 2017?
Yes,
Okay.
that was the plan. It was to get qualified because I was qualifying for nationals until this year.
Okay.
So I needed to do another show before the next year so I can just focus on whatever the show I'm going to do for nationals and try to get my pro card if
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. So you did great because, like I said, you went in the Masters Bikini over 30 where they had 26 competitors. I was going over the results. I couldn't believe there was 26 girls just in that over 30 class. That's crazy.
Yes.
And you won with a perfect score. So that's fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you.
And then you go, like I said, you went in the Open. There was 18 girls in your class, and you tied with the overall winner, Daniela. And so that had to feel good, too. You had to come away from that contest feeling really good. Like this had to
I
be your
did.
best ever, huh?
I did. I had all the support from family and friends, and they were cheering me on the audience, and it was pretty awesome feeling. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what's the plans for 2017 now? Do you know what shows you're going to do?
Yes, I do. I'm planning to do the Europa Games
Okay.
in Orlando. I'm planning to do the Crystal Cup, I believe,
Yeah.
and do one national show. I was thinking either Texas or Pittsburgh.
Okay. So you're going to do the Masters Nationals then
Correct.
in the summer, like July or something, right?
Right.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what's the plans for the off season then, Grace? Do you just, I mean, how are you eating now? Not for the holidays, but like like
Well,
next year when you're getting ready, how are you going to eat now?
well, right now I was actually making my food. I can actually show you what I'm doing.
All right.
It's ground turkey with arugula. It's mainly protein and fats,
Okay.
and I'm trying to just stay, on the lean side. I'm not trying to stay on 130 pounds and not going a little more. So
Right.
when I go into the competition, because I know it's going to be starting prepping by middle of January, so I don't want to struggle to get the weight off. Just
Yeah.
want to stay lean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. You got in great shape right before the holidays, so now you're
Yeah.
you're not like everybody else who's getting fat now and then they have to start losing it in January, right?
Yeah, no. I'm going to try to stay lean as much as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's great. Well, it was great meeting you, Grace, and I just want to say congratulations on a great show at the Winter Classic. Sometimes we only talk to the overall winners, but like I said, when I noticed that you tied with the overall winner, that's pretty impressive, and then you beat all those girls in the Masters. So I think you had a really great show. It's probably your best ever.
Thank you, John. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you next year, and we'll watch for you at the Europa Games.
Perfect.
Okay. Take care. Thanks, Grace.
You too. Take care.
All right. Thanks for joining us for another edition of the Florida Physique Report, episode number 80. Thanks to Grace Martinez for joining us for an interview, and we will be back next week with the schedule, hopefully, for the Florida shows for next year for 2017, and we'll hopefully have some more interviews. So join us next week for the Florida Physique Report. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a great weekend.